Folks, we've got week 5 on the horizon. We've got playoff baseball happening as we speak. Live reaction to what's going down right now. Game 2 of the wild card between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Thursday night football, 49ers versus the Rams. Or should I say the Rams versus whoever can actually show up for the 49ers that's healthy enough to play on Thursday night football on Prime Amazon. And another laundry list of just casualties and injuries and IRs as recent as today that we need to stay updated with. It's On the Money podcast. So much to cover tonight. Not even a month into the football season, and already everything that we thought we knew has been flipped upside down. Oh, money. Where do we go from here?
Oh.
Ugh.
I, knock on wood, haven't been too, on the injury front. I did lose Malik Neighbors in DOA. And when that happened, we all just looked at the TV screen and went, no, no. Like, we all started screaming no.
Yeah, I was the first one to scream because I knew what that meant for me in the Sick Picks League. Shout out to the Sick Picks Forum and the Sick Picks 12-man league. 1-3 right now over there. Shout out to the 0-4 and the 1-3 teams that are looking for something this week. You know, whatever you can hold on to, whatever you believe in, you got to believe in it extra hard this week because everything is on the line. Like I said before, casualties, a laundry list of teams. Cooper Rush getting the start potentially this week for the Baltimore Ravens. Carson Wentz already 3 weeks into his start. Jake Browning, Dylan Gabriel, just throwing names out there of quarterbacks that we never imagined we would be depending on with everything on the line this week. But yet here we are. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. Spencer Rattler, Marcus Mariota the last 2 weeks, bailing my ass out in Elite 8. 2-game winning streak off the back of Marcus Mariota. Who would have thought? Reunited once again. Just for one more time. Just one more time for a common cause.
One more time.
Unfreaking believable. It makes me want or wish that for fantasy, you'd be able to have a bye week yourself where you just have a lineup, but you're not playing anybody. You just have a lineup and you have 2 weeks to be able to adjust to so many different things that could completely rip your season to shreds already. Shreds. Morsels, bro.
Tell us.
How bad has it been for you? Because it's been really, really bad for us. Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, wherever you're at, please come back. Come home. Need you. As we share the pod on all the pages, getting ready to dabble into what's in store for tonight's show. Oh, shit, I'm going to share this over here. Live watch along. Emotions running wild right now as I'm watching the Yankees and the Red Sox tied in the bottom of the 7th, 3-3. Oh. Tell us how bad you're. Oh, my goodness.
So far, I've been lucky.
I already shared the Yahoo league.
One league is Malik Neighbors. But I'm starting to get nagging injuries with Baker Mayfield, who I have in multiple leagues.
They just did an update for him.
He did not practice today, dealing with the biceps injury and a knee injury now.
He's
dealing with about three-fifths of his starting offensive line not playing. Mike Evans gone down. He just got back Godwin. And now Bucky seems to be out maybe 2 weeks possible.
Bucky's with crutches and a walking boot.
However, they're lucky to have Rashad White.
They're saying they're hoping that if Bucky can get out of the walking boot by Friday, but dog, it's Wednesday. You're in a walking boot. Why would you get out of a walking boot 2 days later and everything's okay? Like you're good to go? Are you kidding me?
You just lied about it all week, huh?
Or on the flip side, okay, imagine they say, oh, Bucky Irving is playing on Sunday. How do you feel as a Bucky Irving owner after knowing what you know now? I think you just fire up Rashad.
Yeah.
He looks rested. He's been running hard.
Yeah. Rashad in his limited play has done well. He's done very well.
Yeah. We saw it. We saw it this past week.
I mean,
Bucks took forever to score. It took them a while.
The Bucks are the team that you can't hold them down for long before they start exploding for big plays.
They have that big play potential with that wide receiver core and
the wide receiver core, like Bucky, how he could just take a pass and miss one person, he's out like he did this past weekend.
That was a great touchdown by Bucky.
But as much as I say Baker, I mean, Baker was boneheaded on that first down, throwing an interception. I'm also of the belief that maybe they should have kicked the field goal too.
A little disappointed in Tampa for that first half. How they
were pitiful.
They played. It was really pitiful.
Just, and Vic Fangio. The kickers, they have an advantage with the balls and all that. Bitch, you guys been blocking. They've been blocking field goals and punts, and you're still bitching about the ball?
Just been so, bro, all the missed field goals, all the field goal blocks, all the punt blocks, and all the injuries. I was told that this would help to limit the amount of injuries, but in reality, everybody's going down in September. Most teams are treating September like preseason. They're not doing enough in practice unless you're the 49ers. If you're the 49ers, you're doing too much in practice. Something needs to be done about those guys, but everybody else, they are not physically ready for the contact of
I 100%
regular season
understand
football.
Why there's no more two-a-days. I understand why they don't practice in pads much. I 100% get that. However, when they were doing two-a-days and when they were doing padded practices more often, there wasn't this many injuries back then.
There wasn't.
Now we're dealing with injuries all the time.
You'd have preseason injuries, but guess what? Those preseason injuries are that's the same thing as having a week 2 injury now this year, a week 3 injury in the regular season. It's the same timetable. They're not on the field. They're not at practice doing as much. So on game day, these guys
some of these injuries, I'm gonna say are all related to conditioning. Like Tyreek Hill's injury, that wasn't conditioning. That's just a freak accident.
That was gross. That was crazy.
ACLs.
Hey, Dolphins get their first win though. Yeah. What about the Jets, huh? What did that say about the trajectory that they're headed on? What a shit show.
I know Chris might be out there listening, and same old Jets.
Those are the 2 most recent games that we have. We had the doubleheader between the Jets and the Dolphins and the Bengals and the Broncos, and wow, right?
Well, I fell asleep. After the first half of the Dolphins because I was just tired. So I didn't see anything that dealt with that Broncos game. And from what everybody's telling me, I didn't miss much.
No, not yet. Yeah.
After the Bengals kicked that field goal, they pump.
Yep. They came out of the gate hot tag, and then they just jobbed the rest of the way through for the remainder of that game. It was all Denver.
Did whatever you wanted. He had 300+ passing yards.
Well, it was ugly at first. It was
a rushing touchdown.
It took him a bit to get going, but he got going, and now the matter is we've got Denver versus Philly this week.
And that's going to be interesting.
Ugh,
Denver has a really good front four, just like Philly has a good front four. They really do. This is going to be an interesting ball game.
Philly's been the more consistent team.
I hate to say this because I'm going to catch mad flack, and I really don't care. Jalen Hurts has not been that good this year, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. He's made plays in key moments to win ball games, but overall, he has not put a consistent performance for me to go, wow.
Well,
the Eagles were a drop CeeDee Lamb pass from possibly losing opening Thursday. They were a punt block away from not beating the Rams. This team could easily be 2-2 right now. Whether anybody wants, I'm looking at this objectively. I'm not looking at this as an Eagle hater. 1 or 2 plays is the reason why they're 4-0. This past week, a punt block and Baker throwing a pick in the end zone. If those 2 things don't happen,
well, the Bucs stunk in the first half. The Bucs stunk. It was 21-3.
It's me, like I said last week,
into the Eagles.
Like last week, we didn't really talk too much about football because we had a New York versus New York debate going on for about an hour.
A lot of yelling happening last week on this podcast.
So I didn't get to make this point. Like last week, the Rams lost that game more than the Eagles won it in my eyes.
I mean, it's more of the same this week. Eagles capitalized off of the Bucs just not being able to get going in the first half.
The Eagles should beat Denver because supposedly Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. An elite quarterback doesn't go 0 for 8 in a second half. An elite quarterback
AJ Brown's
gets
back on
his
Twitter.
Best player involved.
AJ Brown's back on Twitter.
And they targeted him 10 times. Well, then the offensive coordinator needs to do a better job of scheming him better because they were breaking down his routes on Twitter, Dan Orlovsky and them, and he's running basic routes.
Slants. Right?
Basic.
Slant routes. That's what he's doing. Yeah. It's a basic offense when you think about it. It's just that they're capitalizing off the mistakes of other teams. You know,
their defense is what's been really winning games because they're doing critical, and their special teams are doing critical things in critical moments.
No football team has played a clean game against them. The closest was the Rams, but they didn't because we were sitting here talking about it like, yo, they're settling for 3. They're settling for 3. Like every single time they get right there, they were not able to cash in. So, but out of the 4, that was probably the cleanest game, and then maybe Dallas week 1 because all the hype and the allure of first game of the year, and they're moving the ball with Javonte Williams of all people. But I mean, it was rough.
Oh yeah,
it was rough. And they've got Denver this week, and it's been a rough sledding for Denver too. Like it was easy breezy against us week 1, but then Denver had to deal with back-to-back division games where they came up short. And then this week they got a Monday nighter against a hurt Bengals team that has lost their identity for all intents and purposes, where you got Jamar Chase coming up to Zach Taylor on the sideline saying, like, what are we doing? Where do we go from here type shit? Like coming up to your head coach, star wide receiver that just got paid, coming up to you in the middle of the game, helmet off, like, yo, what are you doing?
I get it.
It's the same question that a lot of us have been asking with Zach Taylor in this situation. Like, what are we doing right now? Big AFC game. It couldn't have worked out better for Denver because this win puts them right back where they want to be at 2-2, sitting pretty. And now you've got a tough matchup against Philadelphia. However, it's an NFC game. So in the grand scheme of things, that NFC game against the Eagles isn't going to hurt you as much as the 2 division losses that they already experienced. Heartbreak. Well, not
two AFC.
2 AFC, not division.
They lost to the
Chargers and the Colts.
Yeah, so they're 0-1 in their division.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't help them much.
It's been tough. Like it's been rough sledding for the Broncos to this point. But however, it's fair to say that right now, heading into October, being 2-2 or 2-3, which I think they're going to end up being, it's not the worst situation to be in. AFC, as we can see after this past week, is wide open. Like you're either a division leader or you're just out there floating. That's really what's happening right now. Like that's the story of that side of the NFL. But again, another interesting NFC versus AFC matchup, like a few that we had this past week.
We had a very interesting AFC matchup in the Chiefs and the Ravens, a blowout.
It was ugly. Pat Mahomes, 4 touchdowns. Nice save to keep him at first base. Top of the 8th. Sox get on base, no outs. Ooh, this is stressful. But yeah, Chiefs showed up. That was actually the only pick I got wrong in my on the money picks this week. That's right, another 4-1 week. And who screwed me up
injury
was none other than the Baltimore Ravens. And it's funny you bring that up because even Scott Hansen on Red Zone made mention of that. Everybody was talking about it immediately. And the game was already seemed out of hand.
Oh, it was. They had no chance of coming back. My thing is, where did you hurt your hamstring?
Did they show a replay of where it happened?
It didn't even look like he was running and pulling up. It looked like he got hit harder more than he messed up his leg. Either way, he has a hamstring, and supposedly he's not going to play this week.
And it's Cooper Rush.
That it's going to be a 2 to 3 week injury. So
a 2 to 3 week injury where we never actually saw where he got hurt.
Yeah,
you're not the only one that put these up.
Yeah,
when it
a
came
lot
down
of
to
people are saying
the fact
it.
that in the middle of red zone for Scott Hansen to make mention of that's pretty crazy.
I know,
because that's the viral conversation that's happening.
It's a big conversation that's happening.
Like, what's the deal here? What's up? Like, how injured is the JJ McCarthy? Did they just pull a page out of the Vikings playbook?
But why would you do that? You're not. And now the big thing with Lamar is you can beat up all these other teams, but you can't beat up, like, he shrinks when he goes up against that bigger marquee quarterback.
Dude, Carson Wentz is about to make his third start in a row, and nobody's batting an eye. Can anybody tell me an update on McCarthy's
Carson Wentz, I know his stats. His stats are inflated because that 80-yard pass to Jordan Addison this past Sunday. But he really didn't play well. We watched the game. Hell of a double play. That was a hell of a double play. I ain't even going to sit here and lie.
My goodness. Playoff baseball is so stressful, guys.
Wentz had moments, but he also had those Carson Wentz moments like, that's why you're not a starter in this league. The fumbles, those horrendous picks. But the offense moved better with him than it did with McCarthy.
It's crazy.
He did make clutch throws and clutch moments to try to get the team back. And he peppered the shit out of Justin Jefferson with targets. Justin Jefferson finally went over a 100-yard game. We had two receivers who were in this game that both went over 100 yards because both teams made collective efforts to finally get their star players. Excuse me. Long and behold, the Steelers get Metcalf involved and great things happen. Vikings finally get Jetta involved and good things happen.
I know if you drafted Justin Jefferson, you were really glad that you didn't trade him away after what you saw on Sunday morning in the first quarter when he had like 4 or 5 catches. And you're just like,
yeah. And the same thing with me with DK. I'm like, yo, the only thing that's was saving me with DK is the last couple weeks he scored touchdowns.
It was the bonus that saved you with this last week. The bonus touchdown he got was crazy.
Listen,
and what about Kenneth Gainwell?
I know. This guy started him.
The star.
I had the older gentleman that works for me, George, comes up to me and goes, you know what? He's always been a good running back, even in college. He goes, he's just always, every time, like when he went to the Eagles, they had Miles Sanders who had that big year. Then they get Barkley, so he gets overshadowed. He goes, that Warren guy's all right, but maybe he could take over the role.
This is probably the best situation that he's been in his career where he's not playing potentially. He is playing second fiddle, but he has the opportunity now
to actually take over.
He has in other spots.
I don't think he takes over because that's Warren. It's Warren's job to lose because Warren brings that extra element out of the pass. Either way, they both play good games. If I'm the Vikings, I'm seriously consider keeping Wentz there as a starting quarterback.
It was a Sunday of segments where we had the matinee. Well, struck him out and he threw his bat into the crowd. He probably hurt somebody. Let's go. You had the matinee of the Ireland game at 9:30, and lo and behold, we're getting another 9:30 game. Brace yourself for this. It's going to be Dylan Gabriel versus Carson Wentz. Minnesota Vikings have become the traveling team of the league.
Smart play by them to ask the league to give them back-to-back international games. That way they could stay there.
The emotional roller coaster of that 1 p.m. slate this past week of week 4, not just Malik Neighbors going down, but everything else that we witnessed and we saw. I'm still trying to digest and process all of that.
The Joe Flacco should not be starting in the league anymore. I hate to say it.
Like Lions with I thought that was going to be a little closer. I saw the -10.5 on the Lions going into the weekend, and I should have taken it at something. I believe so much in the Browns defense.
All you need them is just to win, even with the minus, right?
They need to lose by less than 10.5.
The Browns,
yeah, or just cover by winning.
Well, they didn't lose less than 10.5.
They lost by about 30.5.
They got bright spots. The
Yeah,
Browns
they do.
defense
They
is
do.
bad. Is pretty good.
Cedric Tillman is on the IR now. So
Quinshon Judkins is the man. Whether
He's
any,
he's the man. He did it.
my boy.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you.
Who would have thought?
Quinshon Judkins.
Isaiah Bond is going to get a big role now with Tillman gone.
And guys, we don't know what Dylan Gabriel can actually do.
He's not going to stand back there like a statue.
Does he get these guys involved? And Njoku with 5 fantasy points last week didn't help anybody. Jerry Jeudy's supposed to be a wide receiver 1. Does Dylan Gabriel unlock the potential of this Browns offense?
Should have just kept Jameis Winston.
It started in week 1. Imagine how fun that would have been.
Jameis Winston with this defense and these weapons. They're probably not 0-4.
I drafted David.
They might be 2-2.
I drafted David Njoku based on the production he got with Winston. that's what. And Winston made
a lot of
Njoku
people
a premier
did the
tight
same
end
with Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a fun time.
I knew Quinshon Judkins was going to be good regardless because Browns running backs are always good no matter how bad the team is.
Well, they get their running backs. They find their running backs. That's one thing that they're able to do. You can never take that away from them. They're similar to us. We can't do a lot of things right, but one thing that we can do right is we find our running backs.
Nathaniel Lowe will stay at first base.
They've been able to find theirs. Ben Rice up to bat right now in the bottom of the 8th for the Yankees.
So the Browns have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
The Vikings have to win this game. Have to.
Must win for Minnesota.
You can't lose this game to an 0-4 team.
There's a good chance they do.
It's possible.
This is the perfect one right here. Because the Vikings were not impressive last week. They weren't impressed. They got exposed. So now you're going from one country to the next for another game that's out of your time frame as far as what you're used to and your routine.
The AFC North is just crazy right now.
It's ugly, man.
I got into an argument on Twitter like usual. Everybody talking about the Steelers got a free pass to win the division. I don't want to hear shit about injuries.
It's too early to say that, though.
It's too early.
Too early to say
Number
that.
1. Number 2.
Because the injury bug hasn't gotten y'all yet. You don't know
exactly.
what's coming.
And it has.
You don't know what's coming.
Joey Porter's missed time. Ramsey's about to miss time. Deshaun Elliott's missed time. Our starting defense hasn't been able to play a whole game the entire season yet.
You look at the 3-1 record, and you're not accounting for the next 3 months of football that are still to be played. And
now, it's up to them when they come back from the break. You got to beat the Browns. You got to beat the Bengals. Those are your first 2 games back after the bye.
This week we find out if Dylan Gabriel gives the Browns the best chance of winning football games. That's what the Browns are doing right here.
And now without Lamar Jackson, can the Ravens beat the Texans?
Texans are favored actually by 1.5, I think, or 2 points.
Is Cooper Rush going to outplay CJ Stroud? Cannot allow Cooper Rush to outplay him. Right? We're in agreement there, right?
In Baltimore?
Yeah, they're in. It doesn't matter where they're at. They could be in East Jabit. It doesn't matter.
This could be.
If you're this guy that everybody thought you were, I dropped him from my fantasy team and picked up Michael Penix. There wasn't much of a difference.
I'll say this. I'm not waiting until Sunday to say it. This could potentially be the game where if you've been a little upset with Derrick Henry, you fire him up and just let him.
It could be, yes.
The
Ravens are going to run the football.
That's the game plan right
so
there.
Now what sucks, if you're a Zay Flowers owner, you're hit.
It could be. This could be great for Mark Andrews, though.
Too. Andrews and Henry.
Zay
this
Flowers
has Andrews
scary.
and Henry written all over.
Yeah. This is going to be a tailor-made situation because it's not just this week.
And not for nothing.
This could be a 2 to 3 week thing, like you said earlier. This is not just a 1 week thing. Whatever happened to Lamar Jackson this past weekend. So Cooper Rush is looking like he's lined up to get.
The Ravens are desperate for a win too
because they got their bye week coming up too.
You can't go 1-4 in the AFC, bro.
Why would they bring him back before the bye week?
They're not.
So this is why
give them the extra week.
Yep.
You can't go 1-4 in the AFC because every loss minus. If they were to lose this Sunday to the Texans, 3 of your 4 losses already to AFC teams. That does not go good for the grand scheme of things when playoff
They-
seeding comes in December.
They can definitely lose to the Texans, but they can also beat the Texans with
They
a very
should.
simple game plan.
What hurts them
You
too,
know?
they lost Nate Wiggins, their corner. He's out again for the year. They lost all-world defensive man, Namdi
Not awesome. I'm the awesome.
Mama Duque.
Yeah, they did. That's big, man.
Bro,
That dude's a
Duque,
stud, bro.
I don't like him because he stops
He's a
the run.
stud, yeah.
And since he's
Yeah.
not been in, teams are
And
running the football.
Woody Marks just had his breakout, so you know who's coming to town. It's Woody Marks going into Baltimore, and
So we bring that up.
Houston is going to look to use that run game because that offensive
Ravens'
line is not doing them
schedule.
any favors.
This is what they got the next 2 weeks.
And they do have the bye week. They got the extra week of no games.
Here's their next. They got the Texans this Sunday, and then they got the Rams next Sunday.
They got the Rams in LA, I think it is.
No, it's in
It's
Baltimore.
in Baltimore.
This
The
team
Rams
could be 2 and
beat
6.
a pretty good Colts team this
This team-
past week.
They're
So-
1-3 right now.
They're getting the Rams. With
There's a chance this team is 2-4 going into the bye week.
they're getting the Rams with a 10-day break because the Rams play tomorrow night.
However,
against the
they get
49ers.
lucky because, bro, when he comes back from the bye, they got the Bears at home.
Good take. Good take.
They got the Bears at home. That should be a win.
The Bears, man, Ashton Genty running all over them this past week. Whoo! Raiders.
Exactly. How the
Wow.
Bears won was crazy.
Wow.
Then they go to Miami. Miami is depleted right now. They should beat Miami. They go to Minnesota.
Yeah, they should beat Miami.
I don't know if they beat
By
Minnesota.
the time they play Minnesota, we don't know what Minnesota's even going to look like
Yeah,
by
that is
then.
true.
You know, like once they come back to America,
if they
after
can,
all
if
the-
they
like-
can win these next, if they can split these next 2 games, their season's not over. It really isn't.
there's not many teams who's
It really isn't because, like I said, it's the Texans, the Rams, the Bears, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, the Jets, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Packers, the Steelers. The hardest part after this is probably the last 3 games.
at 1-3.
They have a
They
shot
feel like
still to
they
do what they
can
need to do.
Go at least be 2-4
Maybe
going
if you're
into the
ballsy,
bye.
maybe you just say, Lamar, we're going to sit you out till the bye, and if we go
That's what they're
2-4,
gonna do.
it's fine because you know what, Lamar?
We just need to get in.
I trust that
Yeah, we
you're
just
going to
need to
win
get in.
8 games when we come out,
Yeah.
and 10-7 is going to get us into the playoffs.
They're perpetually punting the division right now and just saying we just got to get in.
Yeah,
We're not worried about who wins the North.
Mikey went
We're
2-3
playing
on the money
long game.
picks. He's 11-9.
Okay. All right. 11-9. So we all have a above 500 record with the on the money picks. You're sitting at 12-8. He's 11-9. I'm sitting at 15-5. Picks
I
have
wish
been on
that would
point.
reflect.
The picks have been on point. It
Wish that would
doesn't help
reflect
us
on
in fantasy.
parlays
Yeah, it can't help us on our parlay. Oh,
this weekend. We were just
six-legger
one.
was so great. It's Nick Chubb, man. That was such a great
Everybody scored.
parlay.
Everybody, even Puka scored later
So
on.
close to cashing. 3 parlays that were 1 leg short. It was just oh my goodness.
875, man.
Incredible.
Because
was
I
an
used the
incredible time.
boost.
That's what I'm saying. It was an emotional roller coaster in that 1 p.m. slate. It gave
When
us
I saw Bucky
everything.
score, and then who was the other one that scored real quick for us, and then we just
I don't
cashed
remember
out?
'cause we needed Puka. You guys, I didn't cash out.
We
I was
did.
I was too much in the moment.
I cashed out and took the
I was-
14 out.
I didn't see the cash out in time. By the time I went to click back on it, our game was finishing Texans Titans, and you know Nick Chubb was that leg that we needed as it was gearing
I
towards
thought
the end.
he scored because when I looked at the jersey
It
number,
was Woody.
it said 2,
No,
and then
it
I
was
see
Woody,
just
bro.
the 1, and I just put my hands
that-
on my head, and I went, "Oh
At that
my
point,
god!"
that cash out would have looked even crazier had it been him. We still needed Puka Nakua.
Oh, he did it at that point.
We still
The
needed
cash
Puka.
out for me probably would have been like $400. I would have probably, there's no way I'm passing up with the 400. I probably would have took the 4.
Nakua had the 4 o'clock game, so that still hadn't happened yet.
And he scored in the first half.
And that was
so-
the last leg.
Oh,
We need to ask Grok.
Grok almost
Again.
got us.
We need to just,
Grok almost did us good. I ain't gonna be mad at
Heather
Grok.
just said, "Wow." So something just happened right now.
And I was originally gonna pick Marks over Chubb, but I was like, I'm gonna trust Grok.
So
It was tough.
When I saw the 6-legger, I tailed it immediately. Because I said
They're
to
waving him
myself,
home.
"Yeah, he scored."
Ooh, that's close. If you're Boston, do you take a look at it?
But yeah, I saw the
Where's the
6-legger.
replay?
I tailed the 6-legger, and we all rode the same emotional roller coaster. I think that just for funsies, we should make more community parlays that we
I'm
all
all
do
for it.
together, and we just because
And
that way
I'm
if we all
making this
hit,
in between. I did that at halftime too. Ooh, that's close.
It was.
He got it.
He got it. Yeah, he got it. He had it all over.
He was a split second too late.
Yep.
Fantastic throw. Just
you can't do it any better. He did his job.
Yeah, I think we should do that again.
Ask Rock, and then everybody just pick a leg, and we just ride with that.
Because then the second leg we did for the evening sucked.
That was trash. Yeah, we were done. We were we were emotionally spent.
And then I put $10 down on Brock Bowers.
We were focused, but we were.
I stood quiet and didn't tell anybody. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw 10 on Brock.
I did.
I was like, he should score against the Bears.
I did.
And guess what?
What was mine? Oh, let's go. We had. I did. Quinshawn Judkins, Ashton Genty, and
you hit though.
Omarion Hampton on a 3-legger, and then I bet Tyquan Thornton. I think that one was for 80. That was like $80 right there. So that basically covered what I spent on the bad parlays.
And you got 24 off of Jackson Dart.
I got a Jackson Dart anytime touchdown, who, by the way, they brought his odds all the way down this past week from where they were last week. Now he's like at plus 150 or something.
Where was he last week?
Almost 300. That's why I did it. I love Jackson Dart's odds. Something told me, I was like, dude, why not? Like, this makes total sense.
I should have bet mad money on the Giants money line because I said it. I said the Giants are going to win this game because the Chargers are coming cross country for a 1:00 game. They're missing, and then they missed. Then Joe Alt got hurt in the game.
It was a good call. It was a good call by you guys on the Giants money line. It was a good call because they went out there and
the Chargers were due for a loss. And that fit the Chargers'
MO. Giants defense made some big plays.
That fit the Chargers' MO, what we're used to the Chargers. Like, they're here. They're going to finally turn the corner. And
4-0 was too much. Too much to expect.
Yeah.
The Giants came out there with new energy. And then we saw,
kudos to the Chargers because guess what? You lost to an NFC team.
Unfortunately,
doesn't hurt in the division.
Unfortunately, the turf monsters of New Jersey
took Joe Alt from us for a couple weeks.
They took Joe Alt and they took Malik Neighbors, 2 first-round picks in the same game. Carted off. The minute he jumped in the air, he was done. I just kept screaming, "No, no," because I knew what that meant for sick picks. I'm cooked, bro. Bucky Irvin's in a walking boot. Malik Neighbors is on my IR. I don't have the heart to drop him.
Yo, Javi's about to make a comeback because of all these injuries.
Don't give up. If you're 1-3 right now, sitting in your league, do not give up. Look at what's happening on a
based off of last year's ESPN leagues.
More Grish.
Excuse me. Based off of last year's ESPN stats for fantasy football, all their leagues. 1-3 made the playoffs 37% of the time. 0-4 was 12.5.
Yeah.
So if you're 0-4, you're cooked. You're
Especially
cooked.
if there's only 6 playoff spots in your league.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
It's just like DOA, bro. Is only 6 spots.
Yeah.
I'm
already 1-3. I'm like,
I lost.
I got it together.
I lost because Malik Neighbors got hurt in the first quarter. Yeah. And Jalen Warren got ruled out mad late after I checked my lineup, and it said he was
mad
good to
early,
go.
but mad late because again, this is the Ireland game we're talking about.
Yeah.
So that came through at like 8:45. Most of us are just brushing our teeth.
Yeah, I was eating breakfast over
like,
at the block. Like
that's
when I checked it, it said Adam Schefter's comment was he should be good to go.
Gotta try to go to bed on Saturdays early.
So had I known that,
for these,
I would have started other players that were in my
now are they doing all these international games in a row? Like,
yeah,
okay, all right. So this will be done by like week
by the end of this month. I think November's. I'll tell you right now.
Like that way, this will be just because I'm over I'm over it. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is exciting." Now I'm done.
I don't mind waking up watching football. It was different.
It does
being up watching my team at 9:30. I wasn't like in the mode to like get crazy because I was still. You're still waking up, like you're still.
We were having orange juice and sandwiches.
I'm drinking chocolate milk. I'm drinking coffee. I'm like, yo.
We all had breakfast. We were having a good time. We were hanging out, and then me and Mikey went live for a little bit. We made a few more calls. We talked some DFS, and then we got the
October
1 p.m. slate that we got.
October 12th, October 19th. Then we don't have another one until November 9th and November 16th.
Oh, a little gap.
So there's a gap. So this weekend's London, next weekend's London, the following weekend's London. Then the gap happens when we come back. The 9th, it's the Falcons and Colts in Berlin. Okay. And in the 16th, it's the Commanders and Dolphins in Madrid.
And London gets 3 weeks in a row. Those fans are gonna be.
And they all start at 9:30. The only person I'm starting this weekend from these morning games is probably Addison and
let's start the conversation
and
now.
Quinshon Junkins.
What about both defenses?
That's not a bad move either.
Either one. I'm starting the Vikings defense in the league, and I'm starting the Browns in about 3.
I got Mikey this week in Elite 8.
Because I feel as though they are
put his ass
a good
down.
option for this week. I think that they're going to be able to generate a few turnovers off Carson Wentz in this Vikings defense that looks susceptible to the
Matt
turnovers.
got smart. Realized that Kenneth Gainwell wasn't going to help him this week because he's on a bye week. So he dropped him and picked up DeMarcado.
Yeah. Him, Alexi, and I were super active once Trey Benson went into IR. And in our leagues, each of us was trying to pick them up wherever they were available. They beat me to it in the sleeper app because I was already on ESPN. I was waiting for ESPN to officially put them on IR because you already know we have the lineup police and shit. So I had to make sure I had my moment to be able to put them on there, pick up who I needed to pick up, and make the adjustments. I've forgotten about Michael Carter.
I got a chance for the playoffs still in Dynasty of Arms.
I've forgotten about Michael Carter.
There's a 3-1, a 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. Then we only got 1, 2, and 2, and everybody else is 1 and 3.
That's going to be the interesting conversation: is
how are they
going to split the carries between Amari DeMarcado and Michael Carter, who is still over there?
How is the highest scoring team in DOA in last place?
Out of 10?
Yes.
You're in last place?
Yes, 1 and 3.
Shit.
783 points.
I'm 1 and 3.
No one else has scored more than me.
It's because everybody else is having a great day against you. That's what it is.
Bullshit. That's what it is.
We got to close this out now, boys.
This damn Gorilla Monsoon turns a blind eye. We're going into the bottom of the 9th. Yankees up 4-3. The Yankees are trying to continue the trend of what every other team did today. The Indians. I'm sorry, people. If you want to be mad at me, you can be mad at me all you want. They're the Cleveland Indians, and today they tied the series up 1-1 on Detroit. The Padres, with Manny Machado leading the way, tied the series up against the Cubs. Now, if the Yankees can hold on to this 4-3 lead, they will continue the trend where they'll extend it to Game 3, which would just leave the Reds versus the Dodgers, which I do not see the Reds having any opportunity to win tonight. So I think the Dodgers are going to have the next 2 days off, and then they could come to the Citizens Bank. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, Dart was definitely fun to watch. I was super ecstatic for that anytime touchdown, and then the Turf Monsters took away Malik Neighbors, and I just went into a dark place for about 20, 25 minutes because I was thinking to myself, how am I going to salvage this?
Oh, shit. What did I miss here?
Alexi picked up Carter and then put him on the trade block right after he
You
picked
just
him up.
picked him up. No one is trading for him just to be at the practice squad again soon. And then Mikey with he got potential.
Soon as 4
Easy
to 6,
dub.
4 to
How
6
many
weeks
picks I got
without
from
Benson.
you in Kingpins for making these type of trades? Carry on. Now you can secretly send me an offer. I'll be waiting. It's true. Alex did pick a couple people up off the waiver wires, and people traded them picks for him.
This is true. It's happened.
So now
I might have
you
been one of
can't.
them.
Y'all can't get mad and make fun of him.
Not a lot of deals.
My only problem with Alex is I want more than fair value. You can't get more than fair value if the player isn't worth more than fair value.
Especially if he's playing below average.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not going to work out.
You sound silly.
But that's why a lot of deals don't get done in the long run. Eventually, you have to be honest and, make a deal that is sustainable.
Oh, look, Darren Waller's on the trade block
sustainable
after
on both sides. Oh, yeah. He had a coming out party on Monday night with his 2 touchdowns that nobody put on their slips. Like, nobody had him on the slip for a touchdown.
And he scored twice, didn't he?
Yeah. 2 touchdowns for
First
him.
player to do that had a year off.
You had the touchdown for A-Chain.
Oh, if I can win, I'll be 3-2 this week.
And Kingpins?
Yeah.
I got RJ and Kingpins this week. Went on a little bit of a rut, but that's simply because Geno Smith and Pete Carroll, this combination is kind of ruining Brock Bowers for me a little bit.
Like Matt's supposed to be tanky. This guy's 2-2.
Hey.
At one spot out of the playoffs.
Jamar Chase trade is working wonders for him so far.
I know, because Chris is 1-3.
Yeah.
Because all he has is Jamar Chase and Jetta, and it ain't working.
Rough. Yeah, it's rough. It's like the Bowers McBride combo that I thought was going to be completely stellar and put me at 4-0. It's got me at 2-2 right now. That's because the first 2 weeks of the season, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Derrick Henry both had back-to-back boom games. But it's getting spooky out here. It is getting spooky out here.
I'm the 5th seed right now.
Be thankful that you have a healthy lineup to be able to set up.
I'm feeling good right now about my teams.
I'm sitting at 6 right now in Kingpins.
I'm feeling real good about my teams. Like the Kingpins team, I have a lot riding on these rookies, and guess what, guys? They're starting to perform.
And
Ibuka is like a wide receiver 10, like he's top 10 wide receiver.
Ibuka's been performing.
Marion Hampton is coming alive the last 2 weeks. Quinshon Judkins, as soon as they signed him and put him and said, oh shit, this guy's pretty good. We should give him the ball more than Dylan Sampson. Look what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I just need more consistency from Tet. But the Panthers are just inconsistent.
That's the issue. You want consistency from a player who's a part of an inconsistent organization.
Yes.
They got smoked. Remember? I don't know. Well, you were watching your game.
By the way, Michael Pittman is starting to look like Michael Pittman again.
You were watching your game, but we were talking a bit about the Panthers-Patriots because we were like, this is an interesting game for both of these teams to be able to reestablish themselves. It wasn't that interesting. It was interesting on one side, and that's if you had the Patriots. Because
there was a point in me at one point where I'm like, damn, I should have started Drake May today. But then luckily those 2 big plays happened with Baker where I'm like, okay, I didn't need to start Drake May today.
The big plays change everything. The big plays, whoever started
like Michael Pittman's starting to look like Michael Pittman. 2 touchdowns now.
Anybody who had Aaron Rodgers DK stack, they had their day made before the 1 o'clock slate with that 74-yard touchdown. That's like. We know a lot of people are afraid of bonuses, but they can
and True
make
Legends,
your week, bro.
65 points with just DK. I went off in True Legends this week.
That's crazy because Trey Tucker had like 80-something last week. And now this week, DK with a 60-something burger. Yeah, 68. Magic left him on the bench.
Oh, wait, no.
Magic left him on the bench.
All the money sports.
You had him in all the money. I don't have DK anywhere. You already know that was one of the guys that I was avoiding because I didn't know what to expect as far as him, as far as the offense goes. But, again, this is one of those weeks where had you drafted DK Metcalf and you took that shot on him, you're feeling pretty good.
Let me go back to the week 4 stats.
You're feeling pretty good. Of
I
course,
scored 350 points on Jake.
he gives you that, and then he goes into the bye week where you
Dak
can't
Prescott with the bonuses, 61.1. Matt Stafford with the bonus because it's a Tutu Atwell, the 88-yard touchdown,
use him.
69.9. Ashton
Atwell.
Genty, 47.5. Omarion Hampton, 41.5. Puka, 40. DK, 37.6. Quinshawn, 21.5. Not to mention, if I started Michael Penix, he had 46 because he had a big play.
Yeah, he came back from his abysmal week 3, made something happen, which I think,
I just hope my team. I don't need my team to score 350 a week, but give me 2 something a week.
There was a lot of relief attached to a lot of these players that people had to start based on the injuries from last week, and now here we are again in the same situation for week 5.
And let's not forget too with True Legends. I reached. Everybody thought I was crazy when I was reaching that high for Ibuka.
Stay locked in, buddy. Just stay locked in.
He doesn't agree with the call.
Stay locked in. They never do. Week 5 buys. Just since we're on we got the Chicago
Steelers,
Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers,
Packers,
Atlanta Falcons, and the Green Bay Packers all on bye. That's like on top of the injuries. Now we got the bye weeks. So every week could feel like apocalypse when your whole team is on IR.
That's tough.
Like I know I'm chilling in one league, the only league that I'm 4-0 in, but we won. I got the alert. It spoiled it. Eat shit for everybody who was waiting for us to lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have YouTube TV.
You like that?
So I stream, so I'm not as fast as
Go Bombers, baby. We live to fight another day.
Cable.
Oh, what a win. Good game, Red Sox, because this has been
I can't even
bench
Drake May this week against Buffalo. I have to start him because Michael Penix is on a bye week.
I know that you don't want to start the Patriots defense against Buffalo, but they are worth a stash because after this matchup,
I dropped them.
The Patriots defense is cruising with the matchup that they have. It starts with
I dropped them this
Saints.
week.
They've got the Titans. They've got the murderer's row of offenses.
I dropped the Patriots defense this week because there was no skill players I wanted to drop. I didn't like the matchup. I picked up the Giants defense because I like the Giants matchup against the Saints. That front 4 against Spencer Rattler and company should have a field day. Don't disappoint me, New York. I mean, don't look now. Giants could be 2-3 after this week.
I contemplated picking up the Giants defense, but then I was like, nope, I'm not going to do this.
I did it.
To myself.
I did it.
I went to the rankings. They're pretty high up there, but I've got the Broncos, I've got the Browns, I've got the Vikings. I'm not starting the Broncos. One league I'm starting the Browns over Denver, but I kept Denver. It's just one of those things where I didn't want to drop that defense. I just don't want to start them in this particular matchup.
I feel like the Giants they're going to get like 2 to 3 turnovers this weekend.
They could. We got another start from Jackson Dart this week.
He's dealing with a minor hamstring injury.
No Malik Neighbors, though. So now it's Darius Slayton. It's Wandale Robinson.
And I'm guessing
Cam Scatterboo.
I picked that man up 2 weeks ago in True Legends, and he's getting the start this weekend, people.
He's one of those pickups where if you're dealing with all these injuries, like Cam Scatterboo has been a blessing.
As of right now, this is my lineup for True Legends. And it's because my tight end position's a little sus because Tucker Kraft's on bye this week. I'm starting Drake May. I'm starting Baker Mayfield. I got Gibbs and Genty, Ibuka, JSN, Chikakonkwo at tight end, George Pickens, and the other flex spot will be hey, Mr. Scatman. Cam Scatterboo, baby.
He's been a lifesaver.
I'm benching Breece Hall as of right now. But Breece might get in, get the hot tag late.
He's playing good. And now with no Braylon Allen, he's done. So it could be a lot of Breece Hall against the Cowboys defense. You sure you want to do that? Well, you have time. You have time. So they're not playing on Thursday. They're not playing in Ireland.
I'm keeping Pickens in, but
so
I might bench JSN. And that's crazy to say that.
It's the Bucks.
One of these guys might get benched. Or maybe I can't bench Genty. That's crazy.
You might have to bring your start-sit decisions to the Sunday morning show, and we can have an open discussion about these comparisons because we have to talk about the guys that are left.
And I picked up the new number 2 wide receiver. Well, the new number 3 wide receiver at the moment in Miami, Malik Washington.
Yeah, it was a good ad. It was a good ad.
I picked him up
on the waiver wire
leagues.
list. He was on the waiver wire list this past week. Woody Marks was on the waiver wire list. So
I picked up Woody Marks last week in On the Money Sports.
Tajay Spears' window for coming off of the IR has been activated. Isaiah Likely is back in the mix. Go Yankees. That's right. Big win.
Wait, where the hell
did I
pick
game, Red
up?
Sox. Stressful series. It's on to game 3. They beat us 3-1 yesterday. We beat them 4-3 tonight.
I thought I picked up Woody Marks somewhere.
Woody Marks had his breakout week against us. Stroud had his best performance of 2 touchdowns and like 200-something yards. We talked about that game earlier. A big game. Not gonna be the most exciting game on the slate, but it's still a big game for that side. It's still gonna have huge implications for the Ravens, for the Texans, and for everybody else on the AFC, including all the respective teams within their divisions.
I did pick up Woody Marks in All the Money Sports. He's starting this week. I got, all these rookie running backs I got, bro. Bill Merritt, R.J. Harvey, Hampton, Genty.
R.J. looked good this past week. This was when you talk about breakouts, R.J. Harvey came out and he did his thing.
He took the touchdown away from J.K., but J.K. had 100 yards rushing. So it's not like J.K. wasn't doing anything.
They used them both.
Yeah.
Sean Payton offense. Utilize multiple backs.
Oh, we waited till the Yankees game was over to get on the pod, huh?
Hey, they were watching the game, bro. I had a duty. I had to watch the game and bring On the Money podcast to you, but now the Yankees fans are filing in after a big win over the Red Sox, pushing it to game 3. Can't wait for that. Bats were looking good tonight. Shout out to Ben Rice. Don't leave him out of the lineup. I picked up Marks 2 weeks ago on East Coast, and thank God because I just lost Bucky and Benson. That's the thing, too, man. Like having the combinations. Like some of us drafted CeeDee Lamb and Mike Evans together. Some of us drafted Bucky, and Trey Benson was just one of the hottest pickups because we just lost James Conner. Trey Benson is still, the ink isn't even dry on the paper. Agreed. As far as Trey Benson goes. We just had to last week scramble around because we lost James Conner for the year and had to go grab Trey Benson, who we were crowning a league winner. And now all of a sudden, they're telling us Trey Benson's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. And now for the next 4 to 6 weeks, we're going to be playing is it Michael Carter? Is it DeMarcado?
They're sounding like it's going to be Carter starting and DeMarcado's going to be the third down back.
I lost Bucky Benson.
Michael Carter was actually a good running back for a time being with Detroit. I mean, not Detroit, the Jets. He helped me win a championship in a Yahoo League.
Crazy to think about right there.
Like, I think he had 1,000 yards too that year.
Michael Carter?
Yeah. Let me go back.
Yeah, Mike, in your league, in Sick Picks, I lost Bucky for a week and Neighbors for the season. So my lineup isn't even fully set over there. I know that I'm firing up Devontae Adams tomorrow night for Thursday Night Football, and I'm hoping that he can give me a nice lead so that it's less stressful to try to figure out who I'm actually going to be putting in the starting positions because I'm looking at potentially throwing Ollie Gordon out there in one spot. I just don't know.
This guy, I'm not even going to repeat that.
That's stressful, bud. But we pulled it off,
I'm
man.
sorry, he didn't have 1,000 yards. He had, in his rookie year, this is a year before, this is the year I won the championship. This was the year I won the championship in Ace. 147 carries, 639 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averaged 4.5 a carry, but he also had 325 reception yards as well. So he had almost 1,000 total yards in scrimmage his rookie season. Then they drafted Breece Hall, and he became an afterthought. And he just really didn't catch on anywhere else the last couple seasons. I like the kid. I think if he's given a shot, he can actually be good. He showed he could be productive his rookie year.
I got Mercado in 2 spots, and I've got
I picked
Wilson in
DeMarcado
two
up
spots.
in Kingpins. And I also got Kenneth Gainwell in Kingpins. So
After all the injuries, I pulled the name change in all those leagues. We are back to the stick-up kids. He had to rebrand back to the original brand because shit's just crazy, bro. Shit's just crazy. And then imagine if the Cardinals go out there and on the first drive you see Bam Knight out there taking all the touches, bro. Because they got a rookie. They have a rookie. Just none of us know. He got lost in all the Hamptons and the Genties and the Harveys. They got a Bam Knight running back with the car, or they go and they make a trade. They go and they make a trade for a running back.
They could trade for Breece Hall. Breece Hall. The Jets have got to be sellers at the deadline.
I mean, look at them. They were selling for the Dolphins, so why wouldn't they be sellers? That was tough, man. That was a tough watch.
Someone broke into my car and left us Bengals tickets.
What are you doing about the Jamar Chase situation? How are you handling it? Because you got him. You can't get much for him right now.
Man, do I regret not picking Josh Allen.
Would you take Devontae Adams for Jamar Chase right now?
It's a possibility.
Right? Think about it. Like, where are we at?
Well, I can't. I got Puka Nacua.
Ah,
That's one thing that saves
Puka.
me is I got Puka.
Wide receiver 1 on the year. So you
remember I picked Chase and Puka back to back.
You managed to get the guy you thought was going to be the wide receiver 1, and then still managed to actually draft the wide receiver 1, which is none other than Puka Nacua, who will be playing tomorrow night against the half the 49ers. Whoever.
Remember, I picked Chase and Puka back to back. Then I picked Hampton and Genty back to back.
I'm starting to think the Jets won't win a game this year. Ugh, I mean,
my wide receivers are weak, guys. I'm not going to lie to you.
What does that mean for Coach Glenn?
I got mad running backs starting.
What happens to Glenn? Does he finish out the season? Like, where do the Jets go from losing to the Dolphins on a Monday night doubleheader?
I'll tell you
There's
this.
not many places you can go.
When DK comes back from the bye, my starting wide receivers might be DK and Puka, and I might have to look at Chase as a guy that goes to my flex, and if I feel like there's a better option at running back or my other flex spot, I'm going to pick them over him.
I still think they start putting up numbers eventually. Browning started off like shit last year. His first couple starts
2 years ago,
horrendous. He looked like he looks like now.
On my bench,
and then
Jacoby Myers.
He rattled off 8-9 weeks of 21 fantasy points or more, standard league, not bonuses or none of that. So with the bonuses, that's even more.
Damn, Ayuk is still not close to returning.
Oscar's over here roster baiting with all his leagues right now. But I think with the Cincinnati Bengals, if they're not going to make a move for a quarterback, which I don't know.
I don't think he should get fired his first year. Who are you talking about? Aaron Glenn?
Glenn from the Jets.
Nah, it's not their fault. The team's not good.
They got Dallas this week.
I don't know who's going to win.
The Jets beat Dallas, bro. Imagine Justin Fields and Breece Hall run all over Dallas.
Bro, if Dallas had just beat Chicago.
They couldn't. They couldn't.
And good. While we're on the subject of Dallas.
Are the Jets and the Bears like equals?
While we're on the subject of Dallas, how did this team that was supposed to go undefeated tie the Dallas Cowboys?
We're on the subject of the Packers now. We're
on the subject of the Packers.
The tie.
How do the Packers tie the Cowboys? Explain that to me.
Mikey, you were here, as you know. I was down in
You
Beers
said they
all
were
day
going
long.
to dog walk them.
I did say that. I did not tune in to much of the Sunday night football game. By the time I got home, I kept drinking, and then I turned on Madden. So I was not engaged in Sunday night football.
I fell asleep.
I didn't take my beer nap.
When I went to sleep, it was 7-0. I was like, and the way I was watching it, I'm watching Dallas punt already. I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm not staying. I wake up, look at my phone to go take a piss in the middle of the night. That shit says 40-40 tie.
I heard
what?
I heard the uproar from the internet about it, and then I said to myself, wait, tie. And then at 9 a.m, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, tie.
Yes.
That's what it was like. Because I had
the Dallas Cowboys scored 40 points on this top-ranked defense.
Well, they're not top-ranked anymore. They can't be. They just hung
but we were told, and kudos to my brother-in-law, Nick, for bringing it out and RJ not accepting it. Who gave up the most rushing yards on his side? Micah Parsons. Because Micah Parsons wasn't staying disciplined in his gap, and he kept trying to make plays, just like he did in Dallas.
Who does that tie hurt more?
It's the Green Bay Packers.
The team that can actually make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that
tie helps the Dallas Cowboys.
Keeps them alive. That's crazy how that works.
Yes, it does.
That's crazy how that works.
Because if they win this Sunday, they're 2-1.
It's not a loss. Yeah. That's like being 2.5-2. Right? It's like being 2.5.
This could help the Cowboys if the Cowboys can find the way to go 9-7-1. They would make the playoffs over a team that's 9-8.
Bro, but if they lose to the Jets, they're the Jets' first win.
And
that tie is
write it off.
Just kicking the balls. Just
write it off. This is going to be a high-scoring game. This is going to be like the Pittsburgh game from week 1.
Fire up your
It's going to be like 35-33, something like that.
I think it would behoove you to start Breece Hall. I'm not going to get too deep into the Sunday morning
starts
and sits, but against this run defense, a game that the over-under is going to be what?
Take it back.
Breece Hall?
Every time you name somebody's name,
well, it's not
Sunday.
Don't happen. It's not Sunday.
Okay, all right.
It could be safe. It could be safe to do it. I didn't get anybody hurt this week. I got my starts right here. Bo Nix, James Cook, Matthew Golden, Jake Ferguson. For the first time, everybody survived. So we're in the clear. I'm not the one that's hurting these people. The turf monsters in MetLife are hurting people. You know, Bucky's got crutches and a walking boot right now, but it wasn't me. It wasn't my picks.
He dropped it. That's a fair ball.
Fair ball as Teoscar Hernandez drops. We had a drop earlier by Jaron Duran in the outfield. We have Teoscar Hernandez with a big drop here in the top of the first with 2 outs. Cincinnati
Reds.
What are
you checking for? He touched it, and it doesn't matter.
Did he drop it? Did he drop it? Okay. All right. Hey, what are you doing? What are we doing for dinner?
That's a fair ball, bro.
Yeah, it's a fair ball.
He's inbounds. Now,
he had done that. We're on a delay right now, so a lot of you are probably watching the play that we're talking about right now, but we're just seeing it here.
That's a fair ball. I don't care what anybody says. Now, if he was out of the foul line, then it's a foul ball. But he touches it while he's fair.
In a wild card, best 2 out of 3. This right here is absolutely huge for the Cincinnati Reds, who have no business being there, but they are there thanks to the New York Mets. Because I know they were waiting to say something tonight, so let's talk about it. Like I said, I talk shit with or without the lead, baby. And now Cincinnati with, I don't know who the hell that is at the plate right now. Yamamoto is on the mound for the Dodgers.
Ooh, what a curve.
Oh, my God. That curve was nasty, bro. That curve was now. He even said, settle down. He had him messed up with that curveball, bro.
He going to do it again.
Because that was a beautiful swing.
It's coming back.
If he catches that, it's gone.
We're going curve again.
If he catches that, it is absolutely gone.
We're going curve again. Here we go.
All right, so what do you see for Thursday Night Football tomorrow?
Pain.
Rams by 10? What are we thinking here?
Pain.
Mac Jones.
Is that what Clubber Lang said?
Mac Jones.
Pain.
Yeah, Mac Jones called the Rams the best defense in football. He looks forward to going up against them.
Wide receiver 1 is DeMarcus Robinson.
Ruled out. Yeah.
Wide receiver 2
Tongas
is Kendrick Bourne.
And Tongas. Don't forget Tongas, the tight end.
I know Nick picked them up.
No, you know that. You know what? The wide receiver 1 is Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
That's
wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2,
it's
RB1, RB2.
McCaffrey. He is carrying.
He hasn't done nothing in the run game. It's been all
catching,
receiving.
Yeah.
He leads. He has more receiving yards than Chase, Jetta, DK, like all the superstars in the league.
That makes no sense. I don't know how he laid off that splitter.
What's Chase have, like 40-something fantasy points total? Or something like that? I can't tell you because ours is skewed because
But look at it, even with the bonuses. Like, because I assure you the number that you give, I'm going to be shocked by it regardless after a 4-game sample size of the Cincinnati Bengals. He had 1 boom week and 3 busts. Oh, Reds. 2-0 Cincinnati.
Ooh. It's 2-0?
3 teams have pushed for game 3s in the wild card so far. Will the Cincinnati Reds be the 4th team in the same day to push for a tie-breaking game 3 situation?
All right, so week 1 was 4.6 points. He had 2 receptions, 26 yards. Week 2, he had 14 receptions for 165 and a touchdown. No bonuses. The only bonus was the 5 points for having a 100-yard game. So if you take the 5 points away, it's a 36-point game.
Oh.
Next week, he has 5 catches, 50 yards, 8.9. Monday, 5 catches, 23 yards, 7.3. He is at a grand total of, go back to Chase, 62.3 in On the Money Sports. You like that?
After 4 weeks.
You like that?
We're used to getting that per week.
Meanwhile, Puka's already got 128.5. A little bit is skewed because On the Money Sports bonuses. Puka has 3 games already of 100 yards. He missed 100 yards against Tennessee by 9 yards.
Is Puka the best first-round pick this year?
He was my second round
Late
pick.
first. Oh, yeah, that's even better. The second rounders.
DK has a grand total, 73 points. 12.3, 11.0, 12.2, and 37.6. It's still more than Jamar Chase. You're getting more production.
Who would you start, Cooper Rush or Dylan Gabriel? You gotta choose. Imagine that was your problem going into Sunday morning. It's 12:15, and your lineup is set.
A single quarterback league, or 2?
No. This is one. You just lost Lamar Jackson. Okay. You just lost Lamar. You got no room on your roster. Okay. Who you dropping that fab on? What was your waiver wire ad? What was your priority ad?
Quarterback wise?
To pick him up and start. Mariota ain't gonna be there because Jaden Daniels is coming back.
He got medically cleared. Yes, he's back.
Jaden Daniels is back at practice, and it's looking like it's going to be Jaden Daniels in versus Justin Herbert and the Chargers. That has potential game of the week written all over.
You need that badly, and so did Nick in True Legends.
What?
Jaden Daniels back.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I needed that in 2 spots. He needed that in that 1 spot. He and I go against each other 1-3 versus 1-3 in True Legends.
Luckily, True Legends is 8 spots.
Thank God. And I always,
right now you're at 65% chance of still making the playoffs.
I always start out slow in his league anyway, and then I go on a bit of a run. But
because ESPN,
it's been tough.
I know it's only 1 month in, but they're already giving
that's
percentage.
Where I lost CeeDee Lamb.
They're already giving percentages.
Oh yeah.
I'm at 99.
It's there.
Bobby's at 98.
Undefeated.
Magic's at 90. Lee's at 91. Mr. Lee Mercado. Hey, you still mad at bonus points, bud?
Bonus points is what got you where you are.
Yeah.
Right? You better be lucky.
Bonus points are the reason why you're 2-2.
And we have evolved the league to the point where the bonus list can save your ass because you didn't draft well. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to the True Legends.
Right
group.
now, the worst person. Oh, wow. You got a higher chance than Nick right now. You're at 69%. He's at 60.
Well, I have a better overall team than Nick does.
Poor Cito.
I should be able to win.
He's 0-4.
Yeah. We got 2 4-0s there. In East Coast, we got 2 4-0s. It's me and Netta both sitting at 4-0.
It's crazy because Derrick Henry ain't doing shit. Bro, he's starting Quentin Johnson and Ladd McConkey this week.
That's tough. I mean, not so much for Quentin Johnson, but it's starting to get tough to start Ladd McConkey.
He lost Burrow. He lost Aaron Jones.
You have to start talking yourself into those types of conversations as far as Ladd, because Ladd, we put him on a pedestal this year, and Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, like they are eating into the production that we expected for Ladd McConkey, because we all expected for Quentin Johnson to put up another goose egg this year. We knew Keenan Allen was going to be in the way. We didn't know that, it was going to be a situation where Ladd has been relegated to, wide receiver 3 on his own team sometimes. It might get uglier this week. I mean,
yeah, let me go back.
It's gross so far.
Points.
It's gross so far.
So Lee lost this week, but to bring my point, he had a couple players that hit bonuses this week. Or was it last week? Week 3. Yeah. He had 1, 2, 3 people hit a bonus. I didn't hear him complaining this week.
Have fun. You wait all year for this. You wait all year for the draft, for your picks. Like, A 50-yard touchdown is amazing, right? When you see a 50-yard touchdown on TV, you go crazy for it. So imagine seeing that 50-yard touchdown going crazy when it's your quarterback and your wide receiver that make it happen.
Ooh.
You know that you've got it in the bag. Why wouldn't you want that? Don't be scared about a lead that you feel is insurmountable, because guess what? You can respond with a bonus right back, and you can get all that.
That's
back
why
and
I
some.
smile.
Don't be scared.
That's why if you catch me,
Don't be scared.
I'm invested in Rams games because everybody knows I'm a big Matt Stafford fan.
I love them this year.
If you've been watching this podcast since its inception in 2017, you know I have always been pro Matt Stafford. There used to be points where I was pro Lions on this podcast.
Still are.
You know,
still are.
Even back then.
You have been riding with the Lions since we started this podcast.
Megatron days. Like
you have been with them this whole.
I love Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford. That's why I was so happy when he won his Super Bowl, because it's like, yo, that solidified his Hall of Fame career. But regardless, when I watch Rams games now and I watch Stafford to Puka and it's big plays, you just see me in the corner go like this. I just smile. I stay quiet because deep down everybody's watching on this son of a bitch.
Puka's amazing.
Because I got Matt Stafford late. Everybody was still worried about his back. I was a little concerned about the back. But then I said, this is the same guy who broke his damn collarbone, went back in the game, threw the game-winning touchdown pass. And I said, why are you questioning this old money? He's your guy. Take him.
Everything that we were worried about in the summertime doesn't matter because now we have new things to worry about.
Now look at their schedule. This is a great question. San Francisco, Baltimore, Jacksonville, a bye. Saints, Niners, Seahawks, Bucks, Panthers, Cardinals, Lions, Seahawks, Falcons, Cardinals. This team may win 13 games.
I told you 12-5.
You did.
I told you in the summertime 12-5
I said 13-4.
I said the only thing that can get in their way is a healthy 49ers team. And guess what? The 49ers aren't healthy. So the 49ers are not going to get in the Rams' way.
Yo, the
Rams are going to win tomorrow. The Rams are going to win tomorrow. They're going to go through that little gauntlet that you just mentioned. They're going to rattle off wins there, and they could potentially win 13 games. There's no stretch there that's tough for them.
Come November, I might have to move the Rams to the 1 seed in my playoff.
I did in the summer.
When we redo it. Because I got the lines right now. And listen, like Mikey says, week 1 means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Because
not anymore.
The Detroit Lions have just been whooping ass every week since. They put it on the Bears, they put it on the Ravens, and then they just put it on the Browns.
Who do they have this week?
Let me pull.
It feels like it could be a dog walking.
I got it right here on the football pool. Cincinnati.
That feels like a 38-20 type ball game.
Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery all day. Can I get some Sam Laporta touchdowns? I feel like they don't throw it to him anymore, and it's pissing me off. Like, it's not like he lost his talent. Like, why are we not throwing to him anymore?
Why is TJ Hawkinson not involved in anything? Even with a backup quarterback who needs a security blanket.
I don't understand that because Jetta's getting double covered. Jordan Addison's going to get pep. Like, I think with Addison back, I think you may want to start Hawkinson more.
Carson Wentz always used the tight end.
I think Hawkinson may start getting some targets now because now you got Addison, you got this one. The middle of the field should start to be open now.
Well, luckily I have Jake Ferguson in the same league where I have Hawkinson. So I haven't had to rely on Hawk as much. He's just sitting on the bench waiting for his moment, waiting for his time to shine.
I never got to finish my lambasting of the Packers. Great job by Dak Prescott not being afraid of the Packers and just throwing on them like it was nothing.
Perfect time for them to go into the bye.
Also, Javonte Williams, thank you for making me look like a genius, bro. Thank you.
Call. Great summertime call, guys. You guys heard it on here. I wanted no parts of that.
This dude is balling out. Just stay healthy, bro, because I knew you're a talented guy. I knew it.
And Jaden Blue, I guess, would be the two.
Even Miles Sanders, like stop messing up the flow of the game. Let Javonte do his thing. And who steps up? Turpin or Torbert.
Pickens, could he step up?
Kudos to him
Is he gonna step up?
Actually
Putting
back consistent performances.
Look at the wide receiver core now. Like there's no
it's
reason
funny
why he
because
shouldn't
who was
step
I
up.
talking? My wife. She was like, he seen DK ball out earlier in the day, and it's like, oh shit, look what I got to go match. It feels like it might be one of those like, I got to prove Pittsburgh wrong type thing.
Right now, Jake Ferguson is their wide receiver 1.
Yeah, Pickens is still 2.
It's Javonte Williams RB1, Jake Ferguson wide receiver 1, and a defense that is defense 32 or defense like they score all the way down there.
They score 35. They give up 30. They give up 40.
Bro, Caleb Williams was painting his fingernails on the sidelines, beating y'all ass. He wasn't worried about y'all. He was worried about what color acrylic he was going to put on his nails. He dog walked the Cowboys. And, now Dallas is coming off of this tie, and you've got an AFC matchup against an abysmal Jets team. And if you lose to the Jets, you're cooked. It's done.
It's officially over.
You're done. It's cooked. There's nothing left to say if you lose to the Jets. There's nothing to talk about if you lose to the Jets. The new conversation is, okay, where are the Dallas Cowboys actually drafting in this coming draft this year? That'll be the new conversation.
Normally they show me this stat. I guess it's because I don't got it on. Guys, don't be alarmed. We're still here. I can't see you because I'm doing something. Because we want to bring that stat up, eh? Here we go. I want to prove this. All right, so listen. The Dallas Cowboys offense is 5th in the league with 28.5 points scored a game. 28.5 points. They're 5th in the league in scoring. They're giving up 33 points a game.
Defenses?
Yes. Wow. They have the 5th best offensive scoring team, but the 31st scoring defense. Had their defense could just get 1 or 2 stops a game, Dallas could easily be winning games.
But they're not, though. They're not.
But I'm just saying, offensively, the problem's not the offense. The problem is absolutely not the offense on the Dallas Cowboys. It is the defense. The defense is the problem. And you're not going to be able – so that's why if you're a Jets fan, you got to have a little glimmer of hope. If you can't score 30-plus on this team –
the Jets want to run the ball. The Cowboys will let you run the ball. So
they absolutely will.
The blueprint is very simple as far as the success rate and beating the Dallas Cowboys. They are half a team based on your description. They can put up points, they'll give up points. So as long as you can match them as far as the amount of points that they can put up on that side of the football, you just have to win an arena football game against these guys because that's what it's going to turn into, which is great for, the perspective of fantasy football.
Fantasy, I hope Dak has another
I don't
great
care
game.
if the Cowboys defense ever figures it out. Yeah. They can stay the same. They can stay the exact same. Let's go Bombers. The Cowboys can stay the exact same because it's going to benefit everybody involved from a fantasy
And now you look at the Cowboys schedule. I'm giving you a glimmer of hope, Cowboys fans.
Here we go. We're done with that. They lost me.
You got the Jets this week.
I picked them.
Next week you got Carolina.
Oh, no, I picked them to suck. I'm sorry.
You did. So did I. I picked them 3rd place.
I picked them to suck. That's
Mikey
right.
picked them in last. They got the
boy.
Jets in Carolina next 2 weeks.
3-2-1
can happen.
1-1.
Then it's Washington. Then it's Denver. You go back. That's 2 more losses. Then they got Arizona, Vegas, Philly, KC, Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, Washington, Giants.
Oh, they're cooked.
They are, yeah.
They're cooked. There's no glimmer. There's
6-9-1.
Don't lie to these people. Don't lie to these people.
6-9-1?
We've been through enough. Maybe. You gotta find your punch. You gotta find your fist at some point in that chaos.
Or 8-1.
Maybe 7-9-1. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and
it's
be
their
like,
defense,
Cowboys
bro.
are taking it this
week. If the Cowboys had an average defense, they would be winning games.
There's too many ifs.
Yeah, I know.
We can't keep adding ifs to these teams.
Fantasy purposes,
this is
I'm
what
okay
it has to
with
look like. This is what it
means
is.
Dak has to keep throwing. That means George Pickens is going to get opportunities, and Javonte Williams is going to still get his opportunities catching the ball out of the backfield.
If the sun was closer to the earth, we'd all melt. But the reality of the
Yeah,
situation
it's a
is
possibility.
everything is situated where it is for a reason. And I'm telling you right now, the New York Football Jets have a
The
shot
Reds got out of
to
that inning
win
without giving up a
the
run.
game against the Dallas Cowboys.
Kudos to the Reds getting out of that first inning.
Hey, they're playing like it means something. Backs against the wall. Again, all three teams today have pushed for a game 3.
Are they going to keep the
Reds,
trend?
could the Reds keep the trend? Let's talk about the intentional grounding, no call in overtime. Intentional grounding.
Let's talk about how this vaunted defense
Dak.
gave up 40 points, RJ. Can we talk about, how did this vaunted defense give up 40 points?
They're not.
That should have never been a game. It should have never been a tie. That should have been a W for the Packers.
Maybe they're not vaunted.
Point blank, no excuses, no nothing, bro. There's no reason that the Packers should have tied. There's no reason this Packers defense should have gave up 40 points.
Poor clock management by Matt LaFleur.
They almost lost.
Well, poor clock
And
management.
you know what's even crazier? How you're at home field and normally that clock hits zeros. This time it doesn't. Mika's a top-grade defender. Sure he is. Nobody believes PFF, bro. PFF has Jake Browning ahead of Aaron Rodgers right now. That's it. I'm done. I don't know what PFF is grading people on.
I just need Browning to help Chase and Higgins be great again. That's all I need. I don't care if the Bengals win anymore.
Eagles shit gets a little tough, bro.
I lost Burrow already. I just need you to get the ball to Chase. I need you to get the ball to Higgins.
Eagles got a tough last 3 games of the season.
Do you think that they get dog walked by the Lions this week?
Who?
Lions,
Bengals? Yeah.
Like, just do you?
It's in Cincy.
What does that mean? I just upset the fans in person,
bro. I'm not saying Rodgers is playing out of this world, but in no, even I can admit, in no universe has Jake Browning played better than Aaron Rodgers this season.
Not yet, no.
So that's why I don't understand how PFF has him ranked higher. That's insane to me. That's why PFF, it's just like PFF, quarterback pressures mean more to PFF's grade system than actual sacks. Help that one make. So if I almost get a sack on you, that meant more to me actually sacking you. Where on this planet does that mean more?
PFF.
Yeah. PFF's a joke.
Was that NBC?
Yeah, probably. Mike Florio and his boys.
Fine, it's something not you. Play about A-Rod. Oh, man. Are you saying about the Eagles' schedule? It's going to get a little tougher? Eagles' schedule. Oscar, you with us? You good?
Yeah. I was just reading something. I'm sorry.
What are you
I had a brain fart.
What are you doing?
Eagles' schedule. It's
This
easy.
guy just started giggling. What the hell are you thinking about?
Yeah.
What are you...
The Eagles' schedule's
This
Denver.
guy,
They got
bro.
the Giants twice in 3 weeks with the Vikings sandwiched in. The Eagles quite possibly could be 8-0 by the time they hit their bye week.
They still got 2 against the Giants. 2 out of 3 weeks against the G-Men.
Then when they come back, it's Green Bay and Detroit. Then Dallas, Chicago. There's another.
Trash.
At the Chargers.
Interesting. I could see them beating them.
Home for the Raiders. They should beat them.
Giants
and then
2-3 this week. Beat the Saints, baby. Yeah,
Washington, Buffalo,
game.
Washington.
Ooh, okay. All right. There's some tests there. We'll see, though.
Yo, you saw
They
that
can-
clip I sent. Oh, wait, you can't see X, but Mikey can.
Yeah, you can.
So, Douglas was on WIP, and they were talking about the A.J. Brown thing. And you said, listen, I know people still in that organization. I called the people I know. I'm not going to name them. And I asked them, yo, what's the deal with this? Is this? He goes, the feeling I'm getting is it's more of a personal thing and that it's bad.
Might trade him.
So I'm a hater when I bring this up. You're a hater when we bring this up. Mike's a hater.
Might trade him.
But Douglas is saying the same shit we're saying, and he's got inside sources that are telling him the situation isn't as kumbaya as everybody's making it seem to be. So How much longer are you going to keep talking? And then the other,
We got
Ike Reese,
more cryptic
Ike
tweets.
Reese came out today on the other day, said, I don't know how much longer you can keep taking this. If he's just not happy, then why is he here?
More cryptic tweets.
Because then they went back to that Twitter post, the tweet that he made after the Super Bowl about, I thought this feeling was going to last, but I want to dominate. That keeps me feeling better. Basically, my stats, my domination means more to me.
Now, for all of you who are trying to put a positive twist on him reading on the sidelines, does it feel a little bit weirder now? Him having a book on the sidelines while his defense is trying to defend the team's lead. Your brothers are out there playing,
and you're reading a book
on the sidelines. It speaks volumes, bro. You can twist it and spin it however
He's
you
not
want.
happy. Something's going on in the organization, and this is reminding me of T.O. McNabb.
He could get traded.
And we all know the guy.
What happens if he gets
We all
traded?
know the guy up in Massachusetts loves him.
Never wanted him gone.
And we'll trade for him. And if you had a piece like that for a young quarterback in Drake May's situation,
and he's already coming out and saying Stephon Diggs needs to read the playbook more.
Yo, did you see that?
He said 5 out of 10. I went to Ohio State. That's failing.
Yeah.
He needs to study the playbook harder.
Yeah.
Bro, and AJ Brown knows what it's like to be coached by Vrabel. They experienced the height of their success in their careers together. You know, besides the Eagles, of course, like winning the Super Bowl, but he's not happy.
He's not
happy.
And we need to stop acting like everything's kumbaya. There's a problem there. And the only reason why the problem isn't exasperated right now is because the Eagles are 4-0. If the Eagles are 2-2, this shit is dominating headlines.
A lot faster.
You think it's dominating headlines now?
Winning on Sundays.
Imagine if you're 2-2. Imagine you go out this Sunday, you lose to Denver 28-21 or 28-17.
And AJ has 10 yards.
And AJ has 3 catches for 15 yards. Oh, I would love to be a fly on that locker room wall.
Just show me X that day. Because he's going to be on there.
Yo, they won, and he still posted something like that.
Of course.
They're 4-0. And if you listen to his interview 2 weeks ago, the way he was talking was like, it was like he was catching himself in his head before he was speaking, making sure he didn't say the wrong thing. And kudos to Philly. You're 4-0.
He's still saying
I ain't taking nothing away from your 4-0. You're 4-0. You're running away with your division. Right now, you guys look like the team to beat in the NFC besides Detroit and the Rams. Like, I know you beat the Rams, but me personally, come January, I think the Rams could beat the Eagles.
Does this unravel later on, like what happened with Kansas City last year, as far as did they save it for the playoffs? And that's where it all
I think this is going to unravel quickly, and it's going to happen within the
because going 0 for 8 in the second half of a football game is not going to cut it in the
That's crazy, bro. And you still have people coming out here defending him, talking about he played a great game.
Because
no, the hell he didn't. He played a good half. He did not play a great game. He played a good half.
The only people defending him are Eagles fans right now.
Bro, he's had 2 good halves of football.
They are
the second half of the Rams.
People who are spending the entire game yelling at the TV, yelling at Hurts,
throw the ball,
yelling at the offensive coordinator, yelling at they're yelling about everything. The entire time they're watching the game, and then they're just, whew, we did it. 4-0, baby.
At the end of the day, he played a good half against the Rams and a good half against the Bucks. The rest has been average. Average. Besides this last half, which was pitiful. 0 for 8. A turnover.
It's a shame Tampa didn't show up for the first half because who knows? But, you know, it is what it is.
Defense sucking up air from the humidity.
It's hot out there in Tampa, bro. It's hot. And they historically struggle against this football team. So that was
that's his first win against them.
It's big for them to be able to.
He never beat Tampa
first
before.
Career win against Tampa Bay. I think he was 1-3, 1-4.
Yeah,
against them in his career.
So there's issues, but the issues are being swept under the rug because they're winning football games. That's how it is in sports, period. Yep. As long as you're winning games, your problems are swept under the rug.
Just win, baby.
I was delusional in 2020. The Steelers kept winning, even though I knew that shit was not sustainable.
You knew that ride.
I was
saw
like,
the tracks ending, And
By the
roller
time
coaster.
November hit, I said, yo, this shit's going to fall off on a cliff. That's me talking to myself. And I was right. And I kept telling myself, please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong. Please don't be.
The roller coaster was not finished being built. So, you know.
It's just like last year. Last year, I knew the team had issues because they needed a number 2 wide receiver. But I was like, yo, they're winning. They're doing their thing. Okay. And then it just hit the wall. The real Russell Wilson showed up.
There's still time for shit to hit the wall for you guys.
Oh, there is.
There's plenty of time.
That's a 41-year-old quarterback.
You're just 3-1 right now.
It's a 41-year-old quarterback.
We are just getting to the quarter mark of the football
I'm just
season.
excited that the defense finally looks like they're playing well.
After the last 4 weeks, you're happy to have a winning record.
I'm happy to have a winning record.
I'd be happy to be 2-2.
Secondly,
to be honest with you.
I feel like the defense is starting to figure. They're starting to figure it out. It just sucks that Ramsey got hurt because, quite honestly, Ramsey's been playing good football.
Credit to the Eagles' defense and special teams for these block kicks.
That's why they won
these
games.
Punt returns. Like
you take these special teams plays, they don't win the game.
Momentum shifting plays that make
everybody's
it so much
mad at
easier
Drew Brees
because
Drew Brees said the same thing I said. They were CeeDee Lamb away from losing that game. They were a block field goal from not winning that game. There easily could be 2-2.
Do you think they lose to Denver this week? Because I don't.
I don't know because
I don't think they lose to Denver. I think Denver makes mistakes, and the Eagles
Denver makes a lot. Bo
Nix
makes a lot of boneheaded mistakes. Number 2, the defense can only do so much if it's on the field so much. They're going to be tired. They're going to be on that field a lot. There's going to be a couple. The front 4 of
Philly.
It's in Philly. So
I think last time Denver came to Philly, they got their asses kicked.
Well, it's probably going to happen
42-10 or something.
I don't know if that's happening.
They got their asses
I
beat.
think Jalen Hurts makes enough plays with his legs that they win the game. And I will say this.
Does A.J. Brown get involved this week?
We need to start having a serious conversation about Saquon Barkley.
That 2000 ain't happening this year.
No, it's not. And if it does, it means he kicked it into high gear and he had a couple games of 200 yards rushing.
We knew he wasn't going to be able to match that, though. We knew that already.
But that's not good.
And that's another example of something that masked a lot of the issues with, the offense was him having a 2,000-yard year.
I don't think he's getting
changes.
He's not even getting. He hasn't had a 100-yard game yet.
Every team that has had a running back go over 2,000 rushing yards wins games. That shit covers up a lot for you.
Let me go to him real quick.
When Chris Johnson gave us 2,000 yards, Kerry Collins was the quarterback.
He has 77 carries so far for 237 rush yards. He's averaging only 3 yards a carry right now.
And Jalen Hurts is stealing touchdowns. At 2K cliff.
It's real. Right now, Saquon's only projected for 1,007 yards rushing.
Pretty average.
1,000 less than last year.
We'll see how long people are just like, well, we won. That's all that matters. We shall see.
He needs to get going. If he doesn't get going, what does Denver do? Denver stops the run.
Yeah.
They're front, like I said, they're defensively. If I knew Bo Nix wasn't going to be hot and cold, and I knew he was just going to play normal,
that's where they'll lose the game.
Yeah.
It's him.
If he plays normal, they got a chance to win this game.
Because he has not been impressive at all.
One drive, he looks like shit. Next drive, he looks immaculate. Next drive, he looks like crap. It's like hot and cold.
Broncos have way too many 3-and-outs on their games.
You're 100% correct, Rob. Not everybody's Derrick Henry. But even Derrick Henry's starting to be minimized because the Ravens are starting to fall behind. And now they're sticking Justice Hill in because of his catching abilities, which is diminishing Derrick Henry right now.
That game's so interesting this week. Texans, Ravens. Like, this could be the Derrick Henry special.
Now, if you're the Texans, you're not scared of Cooper Rush. Let's be honest. You're not afraid of Cooper Rush. What's your number one objective is? To stop the king. If you stop the king, you have a great chance of winning.
I'm afraid because I have Zay Flowers in 2 leagues.
Oh.
And I don't know what to do.
It looked like Zay was about to have a good game, and then the Ravens just...
Pat Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes. Lit them up. They got their asses kicked in what was going to be... We said it. This
thought it
game
was
right
gonna be the
here,
game of the week.
You know, this game right here, somebody's going to be 2-2, somebody's going to be 1-3, and it's going to shift things. And it looks like Baltimore's doubling down on the fact that they are potentially punting away the division.
Baltimore has given
trying to
up
get in.
133 points so far. That is crazy.
For a team that is, you know, throughout history,
Denver has only given up 67 points so far.
But they're only
Sheesh.
2-2.
They've only scored 96.
That it's Bo Nix. That's why they lose on Sunday. The Eagles are going to get turnovers. They're going to get interceptions. They're going to get fumbles off of Bo Nix. And the Eagles are going to get extra possessions.
Their last 2 losses have been by combined 4 points.
I don't think that the Eagles offense is going to figure it all out in a week. But I think that the fact that the Denver offense doesn't have it figured out either is why the Eagles will overpower this Denver team.
Yeah, Bo Nix so far in the season
turnovers and extra possessions.
has 7 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
Yeah, this Lamar injury is not just a 1-week thing. It sounds like it's going to be a 2 to 3 week, because on top of that, they have their bye week. So why bring him back before the bye? Cooper Rush is going to be getting 2 starts.
Just Knees is averaging 5.7 yards a carry. When he's healthy, this dude's a monster, bro.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about that cliff. The cliff is he's still running.
We're worried about him getting hurt.
You know,
that's the problem with JK.
We saw more utilization
because
of RJ
we all
Harvey.
agree on this podcast that JK healthy is a problem.
They used RJ Harvey right away in that game against Cincinnati. So we're starting to see
he's averaging in the limited touches that he has 5 yards a carry.
He broke for a 50-yarder week 1. He's got it. The way he runs, he's shifty, he's small, he's strong. We could be seeing a lot of him this week if this thing gets, out of hand. And I'm talking about like down 10 points. Who do they line up? At that point, who's going to get the pass catching?
JK had 63 week 1, 76 week 2, 83 last week, and then 101 this past Monday. So his numbers have gone increasingly up yardage wise.
They're going to need them both. They're going to need Cortland Sutton. They're going to need everything. Evan Ingram has been a bust for them. That has not helped in the slightest. And maybe if Bo Nix had a capable tight end.
8 receptions, for 62 yards.
If Bo Nix had a capable tight end, maybe that could make a difference for him. But at the end of the day, there is a Bo Nix issue as far as him fully taking command of this offense and being able to get beating the Bengals on Monday night without Joe Burrow is not what you want to hang your hat on. You want to be able to say,
it was a low-scoring game at that.
You've already lost 2 division. I keep saying that. You've lost to the Colts. You've lost to the Chargers. You lost 1 division game. And you got 2 against the Chiefs coming up. You got 1 against the Chargers still left to play. And lucky for you, you've got a Raiders team where it's looking like Geno Smith might be – I don't know how much longer you put him out there, because that's just looking putrid.
Yeah, let me look at that real quick.
That's looking bad. That whole marriage between him and Pete Carroll is just looking rough.
Yeah,
and it's not helping anybody, especially Bowers.
And the problem is their line's trash. Yeah, Geno has 6 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. The Genti fumble was terrible. Him going for it on 4th down was insane. I don't understand why Pete did that. He should have just punted.
Luckily,
Max Crosby was having a day.
Raiders got the Colts coming off a loss. That means you got to contend with JT, a decent Colts defense that can turn the ball over.
You wasted Genti Sunday. 21 carries for 138 yards.
3 tutties. Pete Carroll's going to trade for his boy Russ. This year has been so crazy that we can't even rule that out, man. We can't.
Wait, they're not. Geno's not getting benched.
Why do you say that?
Kenny Pickett is not going to play.
2 gloves? Oh! I think we see him start at some point, bro. Don't be surprised if we see 2 gloves out there for the Raiders.
You really think
that
so?
Doesn't make me excited at all for Bowers. Where's O'Donnell? Can we call him back? Bring him back to the Raiders and make things right? Because O'Donnell had Bowers looking like a star.
I think he got hurt for the year.
Even Gardner Minshew knew how to use Brock Bowers. Well, I don't understand what's wrong with these guys.
Yeah, he's on the injured reserve, dude. He might be back, though.
Need a big week from Bowers. That's all I know. At some point.
Out 8 weeks.
Oh. Dodgers just make it a 2-1 game. Game 2 of the wild card here. Action-packed day of baseball as Magic Johnson is clapping on his LA Dodgers.
Someone need to tell my boss.
Someone needs to tell my boss I ain't coming to work. Me after spending all my fab on Trey Benson. He was a top waiver wire pick of week 3, and he's gone in week 4.
Yep.
Like, people broke the bank for him last week. League winner, I was told. I believed it. I started sipping the Kool-Aid. There's nobody in his way. And today we get the news that he's going on the IR. Oh, I don't know from here to Sunday what it's going to be like. We will have the injury reports and updates for you ready on Sunday morning for Sunday morning sick picks. But proceed with caution. We need to ask Naomi to borrow some of the caution tape because we need to wrap it around some of our starting players in our lineups and hope for the absolute best because this is just tragic, bro. Now we're getting guys like Spears back. We're getting Kittle in a couple of weeks coming back. So there's hope. CeeDee Lamb eventually. Nick told me it'll be between week 6 and 7 when CeeDee Lamb returns. But to be able to get to week 6 or 7, you have to go through week 5. And it is going to be a absolute doozy. You've got the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football. And then we've got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars headlining Monday night. One game on Monday this week with the Chiefs and the Jags. And, you know, unless you drafted one of the running backs, you can't be happy with any of the production Jacksonville's giving you from a fantasy perspective. I'm done waiting for Travis Hunter. I'm hoping for the best when it comes to BTJ and punting on everything else because it's just not been fun.
We got a quote here from 4 hours ago. Here we go.
Fun.
A.J. Brown talking to a reporter. I think it's fair to want the ball to get us going. Last week at the Rams, I caught a sluggo, got us going. Next play, it opened up Dallas Goedert when the safety came to my side and opened him up. It's just not for targets or putting numbers up. No, I see us struggling. I'm the guy that wants the ball in those times. If we can't find the way, give me the ball. Game on the line, give me the ball. I want that pressure. I work hard for it. If that's misconstrued way you want to take my frustration, I don't care. My teammates know, and I want everybody in the stadium to know. That sounds like someone's frustrations is building up. What about you?
I mean, we already knew that. He's on social media talking about his feelings. So, you know, apparently these conversations aren't being had behind closed doors because maybe these people aren't on speaking terms. We don't know. Whatever you're saying on there, you should be able to say. But he's saying it. He's coming out. He feels like he needs to voice it. He needs to express it. We're seeing the product on the field. We're looking and seeing a 4-0 team that we really don't believe in as far as them being a real 4-0, as crazy as that sounds. But we've said the same thing through the past years with a lot of teams, including your precious Steelers a couple years back when you were, you know, sipping the Kool-Aid on that 11-0. Eventually you hit a wall. Eventually you run out of time. Eventually you know, the time that you bought, the day comes where you have to pay back Father Time. And that could potentially be happening with this offense, especially if we're talking about a potential trade on the table. Because then what happens to that offense, for real?
For curious, Michael Carter's rushing yards opened up at 55.5 at MGM Grand.
Carter, 55.5. That's interesting.
Drake May is the only QB so far in fantasy to have 20-plus points in each of the first 3 weeks.
He's going to have to throw this week. They're going to need all that. They're going to need all hands on deck against this Buffalo Bills team because Josh Allen loves to rack it up. This is the game where we need Drake May to be competitive or Josh Allen sits in the 4th. Remember, we said that last week? We need the Saints to do something or Josh Allen's going to be on the sidelines. Luckily, the Saints went out there and they scored early. They went out there and they said, we're going to
play the whole game.
We're going to make this a full 4-quarter game, and thank you, New Orleans, for that because we all benefited from that.
Jake Browning owners, while you wait for Joe Burrow to come back, Zach Taylor says he does not feel the need to add another quarterback outside of the organization and remains confident in Browning.
Browning, QB1. He struggled last year, folks, if you remember, and then he put up 8 to 9 games in a row of 21 or more fantasy points. You just got to he's got to use the weapons that are there. You got to use Chase. You got to use Higgins. You got to use Chase Brown. You got to and if you have Bengals on your team, the window for trading them has closed because nobody wants any of that right now.
Oh, we didn't talk about another injury. Chuba Hubbard
didn't practice today.
Came out of the game with calf worse than at this point last week.
So is that a Rico Dowdle? You know,
now I understand why Rico Dowdle was being picked up everywhere.
Rico Dowdle potentially. The fact that he didn't practice today. It is Wednesday. You still got 2 more days of practice. And then, before you have to get that Q tag on you. But, not something you want to hear as a Chuba Hubbard owner, especially dealing with all these other injuries. The fact that now you've got the running backs that are potentially, either on IR or not practicing. These early wins matter more than ever.
I feel like Pat Mahomes won a Super Bowl with this exact receiving corps. Demarcus Robinson, Sky Moore, and MVS. They may be right.
Let's see if Mac Jones can do it.
I don't see why the Niners rushed Brock Purdy back. It's not like Mac Jones was playing bad.
Can't rush him back because he's got a bunch of shit wrong with him. Ow, my shoulder.
They did.
Ow, my toe.
And now look what happened. You lost to the Kitty Cats, and you can't play Thursday.
Their healthiest player is Christian McCaffrey.
And kudos to Liam Cohen having balls to step up to Robert
Keep
Saleh.
my name out your mouth.
Yeah. Yo, I kind of
changed
my opinion on this guy after
I'm not gonna lie. I like that soundbite. I like that soundbite.
I kind of dig that now.
And then there's the Tony Khan's dad. He's like, we got this in September, and we make it last forever. They are coming out with Duval. The Jaguars are doing a great job.
I thought he was a clown with the Duval, but he earned my respect when he immediately looked for Salah.
And the other guy's trying to pull. Yeah. Come on, we gotta go.
People were like, Salah will whoop his ass, but you know what? Who cares? That dude had the ball. Like, you wanted to talk shit about me. Well, now
you
come
gotta
say
be
it
willing
to
to
my
get your ass whooped. You got. It's
and
all
he
about.
Was willing.
It's all about.
And the better part is
there.
the Jaguars won. Nobody thought the Jaguars beating the 49ers with Brock Purdy back.
It happens.
I did because I picked them in my pool to win.
That was very spicy of you. Very spicy. Ugh.
I'll say I don't like this matchup at all.
I hated it. I didn't spend too much time watching it.
And now the Jaguars are going to go face Kansas City, which maybe 2 weeks ago I said they had a chance.
Monday Night Football.
Not this time. With Worthy back, they look like a different offense.
She's going to whoop that ass.
Yeah. Xavier Worthy looked amazing this past weekend.
She's going to whoop that ass. So, that pretty much covers it for On the Money this week. Great podcast. Great coverage of everything from week 4 going into week 5. We know nothing else because we're in no man's land when it comes to what to expect and who's going to make it out of week 5, healthy. We talked Dallas. We talked Philly. We gave the Giants their flowers for a little bit. They got another, a game that they should be able to manage against the Saints. And now you get to 2 and 3, and we're having a conversation about potential wild card.
Angels.
Albert Pujols potentially a lot of baseball managers not coming back next year for those respective teams. A lot of egg on a lot of people's faces. Giants coach is one of them. San Francisco Giants after a disappointing year. He's gone. Bochy's gone from the Texas Rangers. The Angels coach, he's gone. I forgot his name, but he's another guy that will end up getting a job quick.
Some executives, a touchback on the Philly situation. Some executives that spoke to Jeremy Fowler do not expect Philly to trade Brown in season, but said that it's most likely something that's going to be entertained in the offseason.
That makes sense. I can see them waiting, pulling the trigger on it during the offseason and just trying to make the most of this group while they have them this year. Last dance. A little last dance here.
Sounds like it.
Oh. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting.
Gross.
We in the lounge this Sunday?
Probably not.
Lounge closed this Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be closed this week.
We're gonna
go on a gauntlet run.
We're gonna see.
We're going on a gauntlet run for the entire month after this week. until I go to Pittsburgh for the first weekend in November.
And me and Mike potentially make some plans to do something over at my place at the Man Cave for Sunday morning sick picks, and we go live from there and break everything down, and then red zone it up. But nonetheless, it's been a pleasure, as it always is, to do On the Money podcast. Live reaction to the Yankees, Red Sox, and
so you and Mike should you'll probably go live at your house this weekend, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking we end up trying to figure out how to go live from my place, and then we'll be at the Man Cave.
All right, and, maybe I can send you the credentials for here and see if you can log in through there.
It's worth a shot, yeah.
I'll have everything predetermined, and then I'll just send you.
Yeah, that'll help.
But yeah, that should be interesting.
And On the Money picks are coming your way.
I'll send them on
Sunday morning.
I'll send them. All I got to do is worry about fantasy football this weekend, guys.
Starts of the week coming your way on Sunday morning, and some in-depth looks at how to set up and build a winning DFS lineup for the Sunday slate. All that and much, much more
Community
coming
parlay.
your way. Get excited. It's week 5, bro. It's week 5.
Yeah,
stay blessed out there. If you manage to navigate through all this mess and get yourself into the playoffs, into the championship, you deserve it, man. Just stay alive. In the words of the Bee Gees.
Keep fighting.
That's it. Just keep fighting.
Don't look back.
I'm still standing. That's it. Just keep playing that. Elton John, just keep playing it in your head over and over. And don't give up. Don't look back, no matter what's happening.
When you finally lose, just play that Backstreet Boys song. Show me the meaning of being lonely.
I have to start playing that one like week 7. But,